to explore a theme that is very close to my heart, and which concerns the way in which language, identity, and culture are intertwined, contaminated, and transformed, especially in contexts marked by a history of colonialism, migration, and cultural resistance. My starting point was Puerto Rico, a territory whose situation is unique. It is part of the United States, but at the same time not entirely so. This political and legal ambiguity has had a profound effect on the constructions of the Puerto Rican's identity, particularly their linguistic identity. In order to better understand this reality, I have reconstructed the history of the island, starting from its pre-Columbian roots through Spanish colonization to the passage under US control and the creation of the Commonwealth. In this journey, I also wanted to give a special lesser-known aspects, such as the role of tourism, the geography of the archipelago, and the internal debates on Puerto Ricanness, which reflect an identity still poised between belonging and autonomy. From here, I focused on a linguistic and cultural phenomenon that is particularly emblematic of this complexity, the Spanglish. It is not just a casual mixture of Spanish and English, but a true form of expression, which stems from the need to represent a reality that cannot be enclosed in a single language. In my work, I have analyzed two fundamental phenomena, in particular, code switching, the switching from one language to another within the same conversation or sentence, and code mixing, which consists of the insertion of English words or expressions into a sentence, predominantly in Spanish or vice versa. These mechanisms are not used in a confused manner, but follow precise rules and reflect the bilingual skills of those who use them. To give you an idea, let me give some practical examples. Phrases such as voy a parquear el carro aquí, where parquear is a Spanglish adaptation of to park, or ella está bregando con eso. Bregar comes from to deal with, or again, me texteó anoche, from to text, which becomes textear. They are all everyday expressions, but extremely significant. They tell of a way of life between two languages and two cultures, and show how language can become an instrument of identity. And it is precisely this tension between different words that is powerfully reflected in Puerto Rican urban music. It's in this context that the work of Bad Bunny, a central figure in my works, fits. Through his most recent music albums, particularly Debí tirar más fotos, I analyzed how music can become a space of cultural resistance, collective memory, and identity assertion. Spanglish used not only as a stylistic choice, but as a political language, capable of challenging traditional linguistic norms and recounting a reality made up of crossings, mixing, and pride in one's roots. Through this path, I wanted to show that language is more than just a means of communication. It is a dynamic place of negotiation, belonging, and memory. Spanglish, which is often underestimated or stigmatized, turns out instead to be a meaningful and powerful practice that allows us to affirm a worldview in which plural identity not only exists but are valid. In conclusion, I hope that this work can contribute to a broader reflection on the dynamics that develop in post-colonial and diasporic contexts, and on the role that music and language can play in giving voice to those who all too often are invisible in dominant discourses.